Hello, this is FG back with E4 Anbennar. Today we are playing as Kobildzan, Koboldistan, whatever you want to call it. And this episode we are going to... what was I doing? Let me think. Yes, I was wanting to invade the rest of Airdan so we can secure trade routes. We are going to need to wait for our lovely vassal to finish coring up at least some of this, and then we can start working on that. Because currently they're not doing so hot. Zal. What are they? Crown colony. Customized subject. Colonial type. Subject relationship. Religious control doesn't... it's probably worth it. Just to help them out a little bit. Because they are going to need that. Alright. The Dragon Dominion has already cored up everything they need. They don't have any more claims, but we are currently on supplying the Crusade, Trug, and Bay of Varencel. Okay. So we will need to go fight the Maria then. What about... So do we have a truce with the Maria? Yes. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad, though. We can wait for that truce to expire, because we don't need it too badly. Yeah, we're waiting for all of this to get poured up before we do another war. Is there any other wars we could be fighting? Laurent? That would require fighting Voron March. This would be to grab... I don't care so much about that, though. I do want to convert these guys. Alright, oh yeah, the Mormon got... February and, March have been really big months for mission trees, because January and December didn't have all that many, but there was one day where I think about 4 or 5 mission trees came out in a single day, which is kind of crazy. But they have a mission tree, which looks alright. Probably be pretty good. Not really. Didn't really seem like something I was be a big fan of, though. Yes, we need to fight someone. Northern League... I swear I had other armies. Okay, we do have an army here, it was just hidden. Alright. Really wish I could have forced them to take, like, administrative. Suppose I could do Laurent. Might let me take provinces from Voron March. 38. Let's actually add 5 more cannons. Let's move this guy somewhere where they take plus attrition while they get their cannons. Okay, so that means I have... Yeah. These guys can head over here. I upgraded those. That's 2 armies to deal with them, 1 army to deal with that. You know, I suppose I can do that. Yeah. Just throw down an extra kind of crap army. All my estates hate me. That's fine. Mage Bane project is good for us. Yeah. And we need to build nothing houses. Right. You know what? I am gonna invade. And we're gonna go with Imperialism. We're gonna call in Wesdam and the Vanbury Guild. Wesdam knocks out Vertaskwex, Khalsani Trade Company, presumably. And Selimdor and Vivar. Alright. Actually, we're gonna leave them there. They can go there. South of Isval has been sieged. Excellent. Did they have a debuff of some sort? No? Alright, we'll build a spy network there. And... okay, what army got hit? This one. God damn, they have a lot of cannons. Alright, they need to retreat for a little bit. This should be... yeah. Bombard that fort. Alright. Alright, can't have... no, they don't have that many men. Although if I take this, I think that prevents them from escaping. Alright, let's head that way. We will send... no, that's the bad army. They can go deal with that one stack of rebels. These guys can head right here. Additionally, I can go ahead and take off that Bio-Artifice Dissension. Type tanks, balloon burst packs, wand locks. And then we can do another tier 2 invention, so... burst packs, prototype tanks, pro golems. That's 30. Let's take that off and let's do Black Stains tier bullets. Yeah. AI has a ton of artillery. I'll just Dragon Horde, why not? And they can come down here. Okay. Those guys are having a great time. I need that province. I was lucky, unlucky, one of those. Okay, that scared him off. As long as the Vanbury Guild can... I'm hoping Vanbury Guild deals with, like, the colonies, is my general hope for them. They can fight pretty well. Huh, I got it. That's fine. Yeah, let my agents handle that. Oh, forgot to grab that province off of Mercather, but that's not a province of all that much importance. Had like a trade hub, then maybe it'd be on my radar, but... Okay, this can get bombarded. Get bombarded. Alright, and what I actually want is gonna be something like that. Potentially up here too. Although that's a little bit more of a stretch goal. Okay, which army died without a leader? This one. 5,000 men each month is not quite enough to replenish our losses, but it's fine. We'll be okay. The Magister seized power in the Magisterium. What a sentence. I took my ADHD medicine today, so hopefully the commentary is a little bit better than usual. Good fight. Oh. Battle did not go well. Yep. Give me more stuff for the Horde. What's the Horde size at? Two missionaries. Is there anyone we can knock out of the war? Marliand. Yes. Does Marliand have any... Man, I love having vassals. It's so nice. Laurent. Point Dilvis. Do that. 4 reps. Transfer trade power. Alright. Anyone else? Kalkasani. Them. Who's occupying this? Nur Warbet. Is that just New Laurent? There's Warbet someplace. Oh, this place. I thought it was another, because whenever Gowed colonizes the swamp, I forget what it's called, they'd name it after like New Laurent or the New Redwoods or something like that, because it's shit. And they hate the Laurentish. I didn't know if it was like one of those types of things. Does not appear like it is, though. Right. That's fine. We can send this army over here. This one needs a leader. Great. They get a good leader. Have fun dealing with the rebels. Okay, what army was that? Damn. Of course it was the bad army. Again, have fun dealing with my rebels. Alright. Obviously bombard that. Give me 1 month of that. Okay. And Cardia. Knock it out. Who are they? I don't know who that is. A little bit pathetic to see Gowed helping Laurent. Alright, we're finally free. The Dragon Queens. Flay Mistrix Drahion decamps from her stage, immediately storming to the chambers and grabbing a pen in anger. This is disastrous, she groans, as an attendant takes off her spiked wig and claw-cap nail. She begins penning a letter to the capital, full of righteous wrath. To the council and Revenarchy, the art of the Drag Monarch is one that has been the backdrop of kobold theater for generations. From times long before Kobildzan, long before our current splendor, the dragon priests have sought to teach the masses, and so they have taken to performance. In the plays of our past, so many would act as the foolish and young kobold, while one great priest would take the role of a dragon. This role, heretofore known as the Dragon Monarch, often shortened to Drag Monarch, Drag Queen, or Drag King, etc., became a staple of kobold learning and kobold virtue. They spoke of the necessities of contributing to the horde, honoring the dragons, and making ourselves greater through family and tradition. Drag is an art which still prospers, my technocrats, but it is in danger. While Ascension has allowed the Queens great flexibility in how we practice our art, for never before have we been able to fly above the audience, or grow our claws, or breathe fire upon the simulated unworthy. It has also empowered the unfaithful within our midst. I write to tell you that I have seen sin within the performances, performers breathing fire not to teach, but to simply entertain. Queens who teach sinful kobolds, lauding kobolds who reject the dragon and find enlightenment elsewhere. You, my dragons, must put a stop to this. Please, for the art of drag, for the soul of Kobildzan, ensure that our drag retains its holy and righteous character. It is a solemn art. You must ensure its virtue. Obviously. Yeah, sure. So, we need to put one right there. You have one there. You have one there. Need one there. Alright. Okay, those are the kind of casualties we like. Those are also the casualties we like. Okay, so Ancardia is willing to get out. Good. Westman. Rubyhold, not willing to get out. They're not willing to get out. They are. Money. Take that one off. Get that done. Contribute more to building our nation up. No, we don't need to contribute that little. Alright, good stack wipe. Pathway transmutation. Alright, on the artificers. Naval Mage Shield, Sending Stone. Sure, we'll do Sending Stones. Alright. Let's actually do that for now. Is Vornmarch allied to Loren? Or no, they're just Defender of the Faith. Alright. They don't have too many men left. If I defeat this army... Okay, are they willing to give up now? Yes, they are. Figured that would work. Yeah, look at that. And we got the reinforcement tick off. Good. Is Rubyhold willing to give up? Yes. Yes, they are. Are these part of... Okay, yeah, those are part of Dalier. And I want them... This basically finishes off... I want that too to finish off the state of Durant. I kind of do. I'll be honest, I thought about re-rolling my Professor options till I got the Negotiation Nexus, but I didn't. Okay. So that finishes off the last conquests I need of Laurent. Now, do I take the rest of this? So I really want all of Small Country. That does finish. That is Small Country, even if it's the High Laurentish part of it. Fine. I'll go for it. That's a lot. He maintains control. There's our Commandant. That fucking sucks. Do I have enough? I don't have enough slots to accept the Blue Reachman. No, that's a Kobold I can work with. Although at this point I don't think there's probably visually a huge amount of difference between a human and a Kobold, because they probably all have claws and stuff too. Which is a cool idea. This is a very chaotic neutral country, I think, on the D&D alignment. They're not really intentionally evil or anything, but... What did I get? Tons of light ships, alright. Bueno. Alrighty. Head that way. Head to the former capital. And you go right there. All of these guys gotta get converted. Okay, that makes the Northern League very upset, but that's about it. Alright. If I contribute like 10,000 ducats, I think I'll do that. Alright. Samaria. Anbennar. I'd have to fight Anbennar again. Which would mean I'd need to probably bring 3 armies that way. They are almost done coring everything up, which will mean it is time to go against Baghard and Yorkshire. Is there anything I want to change? Consolidation of power is good. Yeah, well, I want that morale a lot more. Alright. Even though it's never been an issue, just expand the administration. We want, like, basically all of this. Yeah. Let me actually improve relations right here. This would actually be a good way to go to war with them. So I can grab their provinces. But again, that would require me sending this army that way. Which I can do. The best maneuver general. This one. Oh yeah, I did that. Ah, that works. Fair enough. Takes forever, but that's fine. Alright, so we can go ahead and full core a bunch of these up. Is there anyone who we can afford to... No. Okay, these guys converted over to their respective culture, which is good. I'm actually going to convert that over to Redfoot Halflings. All of this is going to get converted. So that means basically all of the Knorrian Halflings are going to follow our religion. Which I think is cool. These guys can protect trade in the Westport, I guess. Okay. Is my second army there yet? They are not. These guys can get 5 more. And I need, like, 10 more of these. Development time. Gotta develop the shit out of our good provinces. one thing that war did show me is that we still could have more men. Okay, so they can come this way, these guys go right there, go here. And then they need to get moved over here to link up with the others. And get rid of the cavalry. So we don't really do cavalry. Oh, parliament debate. Colonial governor. Trade efficiency. Civil service. Alright. Sure. Runeborn are cool. Themaria. Imperialism. That army needs to go fight them. I think one army is probably good enough for Themaria, to be honest. Okay, we can take 3 deckers, which is cool. Okay, we can siege that province. That should be a stack life, I believe. Is... okay. And from Themaria, we probably just want to, like, take all of that. And that. Ideally, I'd like to take pretty much everything. So I want that province. Also have the lovely effect of making sure that I can link up my 2 colonial my 2 colonial states in the north. I want to grab this province because that is a trade capital, or not trade capital, but a you know what I mean, trade province. And obviously my vassals need to go on siege mode. Okay, conversion's gonna go great there. Yep, that's fine. Oh, I grabbed a bunch of Plumstead. As long as they don't take those provinces, I think we'll be all good. These obviously need to get full cord. That can actually get enforce religious unity. This one can as well. If I went to war with Gawet, it'd basically just be for this singular province in this state, just to kind of, this state and then this province, just to fix our borders. So there's basically nothing else I really care about all that much from them. Alright, let's go this way. Alright. Carpet sieging, excellent. That's one province. Oh yeah, and also somewhat interesting news, EU5 development. I guess this can also be a little bit of a recap of what's going on in development for those of you who care to watch the videos this far, which probably isn't all that many of you. Shout out to the guys who do watch and leave comments. I always try and respond to comments, because I do like hearing what real people think. I know my videos are not exactly of the highest of qualities, but that's fine. That's fine, I don't feel like putting in the effort to learn how to edit videos. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, apparently EU5 at least is gonna have new dwarf holds. Like, at least 2 of them. Which is fascinating. They're gonna be over... I think there's currently like one right out here-ish, and then one over on this little mountain range. Which I think is fascinating. They might end up getting added at some point to U4, just for the sake of, you know, having everything be homogeneous. I had a dream that there was extra holds over here one time. Maybe I should start try and develop my own mission tree, so because it came to me in a dream. That'd be amusing. Although I suppose if it came to me in a dream, I'd be better working on Virgil Dromac and fixing their absolutely ancient mission tree. Gonna need to just check what they are after this. Yep. That. Very force religious unity down there. But for now, we're gonna take that off so we can actually work on our own lands. Alright, Anbennar did you win the war? Sucks. Alright, that's one down. Sornicade does not want to get out even after having that entire army stack wiped. Fascinating. Alright. Time to send the army south to go fight Anbennar. Probably shouldn't take too much to knock them out of the war, given I think they're still probably pretty devastated from previous war against the, what's it called? Against, the Vanbury Guild. You know, let's go ahead and contribute a colossal investment, an enormous investment. Alright. Who's the Vanbury Guild fighting? Dilvis. Alright. Does Sornicade want out? No. It's a little bit ridiculous, I'll be honest with you, Sornicade. Personal communication. Negotiation nexus, thank God. That's what I've been wanting. Okay, that's fine. Now, let me go to tier 3, right? No? Oh yeah, I don't have it yet. Duh. Okay, all of... damn it. All of their provinces need to go to me. Because I have all the cost reductions that make it better. Yep, there we are. Okay. Still not done. Shit. I think that's largely because they have that sieged. There we go. Granted, recall, expired. Okay. Mission is that supply the crusade. Varlangite sits by the banks of the Inn, basking like a lizard in the warm summer sun. From his palatial encampment, stocked with the harvest of Dolhinia, the leathers of Dalier, and the marvelous inventions of the Dragon Coast, he watches the river's bounty flow by. One barge brings guns and ammunition, the great Kenorian supplies which devastated Dolhinia's armies. The next brings missionary, fervent kobolds willing to do anything for the Green Dragon. A third brings fungal spores. A fourth brings kobold quilt textiles. A fifth brings tomes and treaties. Each acts as a horde, given to Varanglite of the kobold's own will. He has never seen such industrial might as he had in these last few years. The kobolds never seem to rest, to stop building their wealth or their empire. They rule in his name, as his speaker. The inn becomes his, all without lifting a finger. He wondered for just a moment about what else the kobolds might be willing to do in his name. Upgrade green with Varanglite the Just. Beyond the evolving. Okay, yeah, that's fine. More development. What has the highest manpower modifier? This does. Alright. Enormous provinces. Alright. Damn, did we not get the Enlightenment? Okay, what else? Have one there, we have one there. Alright. And we get that. Do I care about... No, I don't care about this all that much. Excellent. This... we will grant that province to them. Alright, how much of the yen do they need to own? Sarda. Ships go this way. It is time to continue the colonial conquests. Okay, they can go... Yeah, that's actually the right way. Although I'm just gonna send them there instead. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So the Vanbury build probably does want... No, they don't really want those provinces. Never mind! Let's do Eichhard first. Imperialism, Vanbury Guild. These two. And that one. Alright, so... Grab that one. Ships go right here. I'm gonna split them in half. So that way there's basically only one way they can go. They can bombard that. This can get bombarded as well. Okay. Maintains control. Good. I can come down this way. Okay, I don't need a spy network on Laurent. I do want one on Voron March, though. Because I am going to need to take a bunch of these provinces as well. The conversions are going well. We almost have all of our newly conquered lands converted. Alright, so for them... do they just have really high depth provinces or something? Kinda. They need to come right here. Ah, fine. I can go the long way. Off. Have those redfoots converted. All of the beautiful redfoot halflings. All ours. Okay, what do I spend? No, I can do that. Suppose there's nothing wrong with that. I can do Artificer Exo Arms. Give myself a little bit of extra infantry combat ability. For fun. Okay. Yep, that would explain why it cost so damn much, is because they were occupying the provinces. And they don't need to be occupying provinces, because I need to take the provinces. Okay, and as for Yorkshire, what I want is probably going to be something like... that, potentially. Yeah. I think Igard has a mission tree in the works as well. Big Nurgle energy, I think. If I recall correctly. don't take that province. Need either of these? No, I can just leave those ones. Alright, they can start working on corn that. That would be what we lost. A lot of our infantry wasn't on the front lines. That would be it. Yep. No more Goettis in our lands. That is wonderful. Oh, no. Never mind. We did fight on the front lines. We just lost. Hey, coal. It's time for us to get really overpowered. Because we have quite a lot of coal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 coal, 5 coal provinces, which is another 20% goods produced modifier globally, which is somewhat ridiculous. Still have about 100 years to finish up the mission tree, which is doable. Never mind, I think it's probably going to be an extra 30% goods produced modifier, because we're going to be trading in it. Nope, never mind. Royal mortars. More development for free. Give me the army tradition. That off. Is that everyone convert? It is everyone converted. No, except for them. You guys get it too. And now we'll open it up to subjects so they can continue converting over here to make sure that everyone is the correct religion and is worshipping the dragons correctly. I'll do more counting houses, sure. Saxon Codex. Yes. Do that. There's our golden arrow, that's fine. Okay, yep, sent that army off to do the correct thing. Alright. I can get coal. Trade goods. Coal. Excellent. Tons of coal. This one's gonna need to get developed a bunch later. Yeah, we're ahead of tech on everything. We can just develop the shit out of our coal provinces. Spinning Jenny. Nope, I gotta take the long way. Not worth it then. We will do Diplo so we can develop the shit out of our coal. Gold to the Horde. Is there anything we can afford to not take over here? Yeah, like those two. So that way we can actually have a contiguous realm. It'll be lovely. Boy, is this gonna hurt the fuck out of my... These guys are never gonna have admin for like the rest of the game probably at this point. Just gonna suck for them. And it's gonna mean I'm basically gonna have to permanently leave an army here. To like forestall the inevitable collapse of that entire colonial nation. Yeah, we're number one great power by a lot. Nope, nothing. Or don't need gov capacity, because a lot of my... leader... Okay. Yeah, that works. Negotiation Nexus, alright. That's a big one. We can actually take that off, slap the Negotiation Nexus on, come here, and all of these can go over to the Dragon Dominion. I don't want to siege that damn province. Okay. Oh. That kind of works. Yeah, I can pay their debt off. In fact, I'll go pay everyone's debt off if they have any. Is there any way to... Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Alright. Is aggro? Where the fuck is that? Okay, these guys... That... They're gonna need to stay over here for a while. Okay, I forgot to grab that province, that's fine. Okay, Sligard. Do not tell me this again. Again. You guys really need to hand these provinces to me. Okay, let me find a decent province to sit on over here. And we are just gonna have to hold on for probably a few years while that gets sorted out. On the artificers, brass prosthesis. Okay, we can take the negotiation nexus off and throw down a gene food cultivation. Keep that. My lovely little vassals are gonna have to deal with their own shit. It's only 85, you should live for a while longer. Hey, West Bellary. Welcome to the team, buddy. Okay. Crown Colony. Private enterprise. Yes. Here. Change colonial type. What does this do? many revolts. What is this one? Alrighty. Well, you guys are gonna have to go deal with at least some of these rebels yourself. Trying to deal with the big ones. This one needs a general. Okay, that one can go. They can go, they can go, they can go. That's a weird colonial border. I just do have at least a few Razbani kobolds. Alright. Yeah, not looking great. Siege ability, it's always nice. Next we are really gonna have to go fight like Anbennar or something. Or, yeah, Anbennar. Said the right thing. Dragon Coast. Okay, what is the most highly... trade nodes, total, Everthiel. Okay, need that merchant. Ooh, another. There we are. Gallier is good. This one is good. I'll do Siren Var and Voron March. I take that off. Alright, what is... Okay, we can actually move it out of there. Alantir as 1. Okay, so we are gonna have to go fight the Vanbury Guild eventually. Hmm. Okay. 5 fire. Pretty good. Okay, so that's... Yeah. Is there any way I can squeeze out a little extra trade power? Who am I rivaled to? Sirenvar, Vorin March, okay. Economy action. I have a truce with them, I can't issue an embargo. Forgot that army was there. Okay, we'll do that in the Westport. And the Westport. Okay, that should do it. Okay, what if I took these guys to protect trade in the Yezbal? That should do it, I think. Alright. How bad would it be to go against Foreign March? Not really bad at all, actually. Okay, we're not allies anymore. Okay, so they have the Toothoth. They have everyone besides Snekboth accepted, which is great. Alright, here we are. Rebuilding what was lost. In Hroth, I saw spires reach towards the heavens. I sold tusks sourced from Garudi, and the locals molded the ivory into conduits of magic. They imbued the air with power and changed the world as they wished. I bought their guns and their tools, and I never felt richer. In Aerdant, I saw evidence of the ancients. I exchanged the Horothic artifacts for those of the precursors, and once again felt that I was growing my own horde. In the Broken Sea, the Yennik traders sold me iron and gold. They took my relics, and they gave me means to craft wealth. My boats became a treasure fleet, and the navy arrived to escort me home. In the Dragon Coast, I sold my gold and saw it flood towards the Horde. There was so much crimson wealth in the trade station, money changing hands between emulants of Nimrith. When we looked east towards the growing Garudian markets, we all looked east towards the growing Garudian markets, but we imagined what it would be like. Further east still, if only we could reach him, in the place where he still rests. Alright. If I fight Bavik, I'd have to fight Vorin March. Turn a blind eye. Do I have another fleet in there? Can I get my next idea group? I really need, like, influence or something. Okay. Do I have anything that would make... That's good. That's good. Hey, nobility. They do not have... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Guess I cannot take that. What's it called? I only have 106,000 men. That's like nothing. Let's do an imperialism. This army right here can go deal with Wesdam. I believe the Wesdam probably should only have... Yeah, they don't have enough men to really fight me that well. Hey, Vivek. Appreciate it. They will not give me military access, though. Bombard that. Merchants. Trading in coal, once again. Alright. Yes, here. I need coal. I can send the foreign army that way. Still cannot have that many more artificers. That kind of sucks. I also apparently now have the whole sort of event tree for the Vorn March Rebellion, or Provis's Rebellion, I guess is the official name for it. That one. That. Bombard Ez. Hold. This as well. I'm actually gonna go with that one just so our vassals are not upset with us. Inflation, get rid of inflation. Development, develop the shit out of provinces. They still have... Nope, they managed to swell their army quite a bit, which is cool. There goes the Laurent truce. How big is the horde right now? We're actually getting pretty close. Alright. Trade disputes, fine. It's all good. Let me siege down this fort, please, for the love of God. feel like artillery autoloaders should give you some siegeability too. This is where our partnership ends, unfortunately. Much to my chagrin. Because I really want those provinces. Can't do that. Hey, infantry combat ability is really good. They need to head that way. Okay, so what we want is that, all those, these two, because we need to convert that province. And then I'm also going to take that. I think I'm just gonna steal maps from them too. Maps of the Gradient Frontier. Okay. And then we also need to somehow get to Kobildzan, our mission, so that'll be something we gotta do. Alright, let's see how my lovely vassal is doing over here. Answer is okay, actually. How much development do they have? Kobildzan. 1,000 development. That's a really big vassal. Dragon Dominion also has 1,000 development. I'll do that. Fuck me. Alright. We're good. Rotten. Sure. Bombard this. Do another festival for 4,000 gold. I'll give it the 2,000 gold it needs. Monumental. Does that give me an extra missionary? Does. Alright, that's good for dealing with my realm. Now, specifically the colonies, because they are not doing so hot. The Age of Artificers. And we'll get that done eventually. Ignoring coring distance is going to be very important. siege. It's fine. Okay, which general died? Nope. Fleets. Fleets are fine. Ribsby, thank God. Alright. More inventions. We're kind of running out of shit to invent. Which is a good thing, but... you know. What's happening with Nurture Chest here? They need to add events for that, at least. Canonically, the Age of Witch Kings is named after the leader of Nurse Sestier, so... I would really like it if they had, like... you know... you could actually get the ruler, or at least get the Silmunas back on the throne. Because it's kind of a big deal. It's like a placeholder until they actually have a mission tree. Although I think that's one of the big mission trees, kind of like Castanor / Black Dements. So I think it would require the like lead devs involved. Alright. They need to get rid of their alliance with Voron March. Excellent. Most importantly, that frees this army up to go do their thing. How much am I going to have to hold? Ritual of Awakening. Okay, so I at least want all that. And then I need to find the cheapest way to Kobildzan. Excellent. That's one down. And now I can get a ticking war score, which is going to be great. Increase navies, increase the gold tax. Ooh. Okay, I want to steal maps of Olivland. What if I came here? Thought network negotiation nexus. Drop that. Pop that. be ours, no problem. That one. Excellent. These guys, march there. Okay, how far are we? Pretty close. Pretty close. We siege down their capital, that should be good. Oh, not their capital, but those two. We have their capital siege. Yeah, that should be good. Will that make people upset? Yes. Do I care? Not really. 660. Seems fine to me. Okay. Now, there is the slight problem of, like, no supply anywhere here, but that is fine. Do I have... I don't have access with them anymore. I need an Imperial ally. You know what? You'll do. Okay, I can go here, I can take that off. And go back to Black Dame Steer bullets. Okay, like that. Actually, no, we want to put this army on suppression. Just this army needs to actually go do shit. Yeah, so this can suppress any rebels. So we're not in an immediate need of that many extra men. Okay. And they can go to Vangheim. Oh shit, we do need an army down there. Okay. 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Alright. Oh, there goes our admin efficiency. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. And these guys need that many. Then they need a general. cold market. Alright, that's what I want from Basic. At least. I might be able to get more with the negotiation nexus. But at least for the moment, that's what I want. Contribute. Colossal. Colossal. Enormous. Money to the Horde. What's the Horde looking like? Yeah. I can go deal with that. Inflation. Yep. Okay, now Laurentish Separatists. I should probably deal with them after this. There we are. Alright, send them down south. Alright. I need that. Bavik should be willing to surrender. Those two extra provinces. Alright. Cores. And then these guys can go there. Alright, cores are great. Okay, that should be it. make sure that I am converting that, though. Okay, so I do not need to do anything more than that. These guys can head down south. These guys can sit here. That's going to be the best province that they've got. Do this. And in return, this guy can deal with any rebellions there. Still not done coring. Still have a lot to do coring-wise, actually. Alright. Religious unity, religious unity, religious unity. Alright. You know, that's a good thing I can do with my military power. That. They can protect trade in the Dragon Coast. Where is my big fleet? Right here. Conversion's going alright. Oh yes, come back here, take that off. Artillery autoloader. You know, I'm actually gonna go with Bioartifice Ascension. I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna do artillery compatibility as well. Okay. Get another promoted culture, which we can use to get I don't know. Something. Oh, the supply depot. Excellent. Good. For colonial trade, yeah, at least mercantilism. Personal mage shield, excellent. Alright. That. Personal communicator. Why not? Ooh. Okay, I can send this army over. I think. Let me double check. Yeah, I'll send it over. No edict. Oh boy, we're having a good time. Are we under? We're about to be under. Not quite. Yeah, I'll do that instead. Don't need it in Dahlia, don't need it there. Out over here, can't use it there, can't use it there. Can't use it there. Can use it here though. I also can do it in Westport. Nope, I can't. Because my... Where'd all my trade ships? Where are they? Oh yeah, they're over here. They really don't need to be over here. They need to go protect trade in Westport. And they also need a leader. Come off. Upper Yin doesn't really need it because their draws mature, which is basically dragon worship. Okay. These can all go to them. And as for Sarda, it's down here. Those can go to the Dragon Dominion. Okay, I don't really need those quite as much. What are the odds I actually managed to get down there? Sure. I'll do that one too. Not them. Alright, this will be the last war of the episode. Because I do actually need to go do things today. And it's probably best that I don't spend like the entire day playing my Kobold campaign. Provinces get a little bit too expensive. I can just, like, take them myself. That, and I can get an extra blue Reachman, really? I know what I can do. Colossal. Colossal. Free admin. Okay. Conversion is going good in Airdan. I presume that they probably worship the Sleepy Dragon. Okay, those can go over to the Dragon Dominion. Sure, Vangheim is not cord. Give me a minute, I'll get some free admin.
That's what I thought. Okay, one more month, and then I'll have extra money, so I can exchange it for admin points. For admin points. And I also need one right there to give to the lovely harpy ladies. I mean, they like shiny things, we like shiny things. It's all cool. Region Sarda. And Millennial Lowrian. I wanted to take these provinces for myself. That's pretty good. Take a few of these myself. Spells Bakar. I don't take those, I just take that one. Like, I'll just take that one. Let me take those myself. I'll take that one. Take that one instead. Take those two. So all of that is the Yenas or Sarda as well. Do I want to let them take any of these provinces, or do I just want to try and take them and force feed them to them? So if we do that, I can take those provinces personally and just feed them to the Dragon Dominion. Also means we're probably gonna have to continue the war for a little bit. Maintains control. Let me do that as well for the extra admin points. Okay. Did I just... What? I thought those were two separate wars. Okay. Grant Province. Grant Province. Grant Province. Grant you that province as well. Grant you this one. Okay, I had a second army. I gotta come right here. And I gotta declare for Averin. But ultimately, I do not care all that much. I need 36. Olavsborg and Rickardhaven can both have that. Now I said last war, but this is just a part of the previous war, so we're fine. Alright, so we can come contribute to the Horde. We could also just declare war on Vel's Bakar. And that'd be 4 stability. I'm fucking tired of this stupid shit. That's so broken. Alright, so... those can go to me. This one can also go to me. As I... take some provinces under my custody for the moment. And that's what we'll call it. Reform rotten boroughs. Do we have anything for colony, or not colonies, but let's do this. Yep. Okay, don't need that. Although here I want for that, that, and we'll go ahead and throw down religious unity edicts just for sake of conversion. That's good. Needs one, that needs one. Doesn't need one. Yep. Alright, we're looking good. Anyone who needs their debts paid off. Yeah, that works. Let's take off subjects for the moment. A single-celled kobold. In one patient, the disease grows a new arm. In another, it creates a second consciousness. In a third, the body is simply overwhelmed and the patient does not survive. A new disease is spreading throughout Kobildzan, and it comes as a harbinger of both fear and excitement. The disease, a cancer of some sort, which has somehow become transmissible through air, is protean, changing mass which adapts differently depending on the characteristics of its hosts. Many have died under its power, but many too have been strengthened by its mutations. Whether it improves one's life or ruins it seems to be a roll of the dice, perhaps instead a choice of the divine. Either way, its consequences are life-changing. The cancer has been successfully quarantined in a single laboratory, but all of Kobildzan watches as it does its work. Many call for its destruction and a full burning of its source laboratory. Such a disease, they say, threatens to destroy Kobildzan. If it is not contained, it is impossible to know how it would destroy people's lives, nor how it could render entire bodies into new and foreign forms. With so much effort having been spent on turning kobolds into dragons, on changing their forms in particular ways, it would be a waste to allow such an unknown agent to change people's bodies at will. On the other hand, there is a non-insignificant sect of the population who sees this cancer as a gift from the dragons. Until now, changes in the body had been purposeful. Years and decades went towards every new invention and every new way to transcend the limitations of the flesh. Here, though, Kobildzan has an opportunity to try something new. If the disease was to be used in experiments, it could herald a new change of ascension. Yeah, we'll do experimental mutations. Sure, why not? Alrighty. Alright. And with that, we can do this. Alright. And Dragon Dominion can. That. Yeah, it's no problem for them. Alright. Next, we are probably going to have to fight the Vanberry Guild. It's got claims on a ton of stuff. The Dragon Dominion's looking pretty good. Let me check something. Military. Discipline. Allies. Oh. Dragon Dominion. What do they look like? Actually, good discipline. And good morale. Yep, there they are. Morale-wise, they're not, like, super special. Siege ability, we don't have great siege ability, we don't have great defensiveness. We have really good tradition, though. And as far as force limits... 203, pretty good. $5,000 ducats to the board. Up to 200,000. Wonderful. All right. Trade goods. That's unfortunate. But it's fine. We'll just fight the Vanberry Guild. And what's conversion looking like? We almost have all of Olivland converted. Culture-wise, looks like Vorin March actually colonized slash purged this entire region, which is fun. No more trolls. You know what? I think it would be really funny to potentially convert these over. Yeah, let's do these two. We're not that close to any of the techs anyways. What's our tech cost reduction? A lot. It's 10, 7, 17, 27, 25, 30, 35, so like 40, I think. Plus we even have bigger tech cost reductions for both Diplo and Admin. Kobildzan is gonna have to get taken, which is gonna be probably a slog. 500,000 men. Force limit. How do they... Damn. No, I think we'd probably beat them. Can I switch rivals? Why do you got a problem with me, Resin Cons? Okay, in terms of discipline, we're better than Kobildzan. In terms of morale, less, but we're kobolds, so yeah, better tradition and professionalism. They have good defensiveness, which is gonna be a nightmare, but it'll be fine. We'll do this one. Make sure we get that mission done. Evan Steel needs manufactories. Sure. Workshop. Manufactory. Yeah, that one will be done. That one is already done, I think. No, it needs a town hall. This one. Oh, damn, we're gonna have to wait a while for that one then. Okay. This one needs to get rid of that. Oh, wait, that's the wrong fucking province. This one has a manufacturing town hall. Town hall. Counting house. And then this one needs... that. Town hall. Anywhere else? Is there really no weapon steel in Dalier? Oh no, there is. We just already have that done. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that'll be good. Then we'll need to do that. And actually we'll need to do that. The lullaby cannon. Okay, we need to do that. It's 9 provinces, and Garudia will have kobold traps. That's doable. Do I need the Drowned Giant's Isle? Okay. Well, I'm going to end this episode here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.